Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Eco Tarot. This is Kensley, the Eco Tarotist, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are going to be doing something really fun today. I've got a spread for all of your chakras, and I'm going to be talking about kind of what each of your chakras is going through. And again, this could resonate with you. It could maybe not. Maybe some of it does, some of it doesn't. And then at the end, I'm going to kind of put it all together in terms of what Spirit wants to tell you over the course of the next month. And this reading is really for when you get it. No timing on this anymore. I've decided it's more relevant when you get it. Okay, so you got round and round. And this message is really kind of like, you keep doing the same stuff over and over again. When are you going to learn, kind of thing? But it's truly kind of like, now that you know, what are you going to do differently about it? But I think of the spiral as, I don't think people use the spiral nearly as much as they should. It's amazing, and it represents connectivity to me. It represents the Fibonacci sequence and all the things that are created by that mathematical equation and how we're all connected by it in some form or fashion. Whether it's, a universe or a hurricane or a sheep's horn, or the way an animal sleeps in its den, or a shell on the beach, or your inner ear canal, your inner ear bones, or whatever they're called. We all have it in some form or fashion. This shape, this spiral shape that magnifies and goes onward and onward. So to me, it's like, yeah, you might be feeling like you're doing something over and over again. Are you learning that lesson yet? And then you get this, you got two cards. I really try really hard to just get one, but if something else pops out, I'm not going to put it back, because I feel like it's Spirit wanted you to see that. And it's Otter Spirit, you're never alone, and Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true. And Otter Spirit is really leaning more towards tactile comfort and bonding and love. And Dolphin Spirit, this and that are true, is leaning towards things that what you think is right may be the wrong thing, and what you think is wrong might actually be the right thing. So it's really, and that actually lends itself to this. What you think you're doing over and over again, and you keep going back to the same person, or you keep doing the same pattern, you think it's right. Maybe it's not. Maybe the thing that you're not supposed to do is staring at you in the face. So let's start with, so this is also really funny that I spent this whole weekend making up my own cards. So I was like, I want to do Lenormand. I don't have a deck yet. I'm just going to make one, whatever. So for the root chakra, and I just kind of also made really quick designs just to kind of keep everything organized. For your root chakra, you got the King of Wands from the forward, and supplemented by the Clover in the Lenormand deck. The Clover is luck, it's small happiness. It's just a small, just a beep of happiness. And you've got the King of Wands, which is like, I love this guy. I love the King of Wands. And root chakra is it's stability, it's grounded, it's prosperity. When you're in alignment with that chakra, there's trust there, and I truly believe that that is that. And I feel like you're in alignment in your root chakra. There's trust, there's stability, you're healthy physically. When you're not in alignment, you know, you're either overweight or underweight. You know, there's greed versus fearfulness. It's a balance of what's at that bell curve, right? You've got your side issues of excessiveness versus deficiencies, but you seem to be in absolute alignment on your root chakra. So I'm excited about that. Your sacral chakra is in your pelvic. I mean, it's all about creativity, desire. It's the sexuality part of it, but it's very creative as well. When you're in alignment, there's you're healthy sexually, there's pleasure, feeling, fluidity. When you're in deficit, there's emotional numbness and rigidity. When you're in excess, that's sex addiction and obsessive attachments and things like that. So you get the Fool and the Knight of Wands from the forward. And I take that, and also you get the Tree from the Lenormand, which is health, which is interesting. I think that as absolute health, new beginning, forward movement in passion, sexual desire. Dude, you're right on mark with the sacral energy of really, I don't think you can get any better than that. New beginnings and action forward in passion. And this is for the sacral chakra, which is the passion energy, I guess, the chakra. So yeah, I think you're kind of in alignment there as well. For the solar plexus, which is on the side of the self-esteem side of things, kind of like your gut instinct also, you get the Ace of Swords. I think that's from behind. I think the Ace of Swords from behind. With the Child, which is the Lenormand. And so solar plexus is, if you're in balance, there's vitality, strength of will, there's purpose, self-esteem, you're a visionary, courageous. When you're out of balance and out of alignment, there's poor self-esteem when you're deficient, and there's domination and controlling and aggression when you're in excess. And so I truly believe that I think the Child would represent, straight up Lenormand. I love Lenormand, that it's a very straightforward version as opposed to so much interpretation with tarot. So the Child literally means child, immaturity, innocence. And so and there's a new beginning here. So I do think that your solar plexus, there's a new beginning in truth about your self-esteem and your self-worth. New beginning, Child and Ace. So I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's more of a fresh, youthful take on self-esteem, and it's timidly stepping into it. Yeah. But I don't see anything overly negative. And even if I did, it's kind of like, well, what do you need to do to work on it? I do see this, it's more new stepping into self-esteem. So you might not have all of the confidence in the world right now, but I think you stepping into a new truth is going to start to shatter this illusion of what you've been doing over and over and over again. That is clearly not working for you. In your self-esteem, I think you're really good in root and sacral. So let's go into heart, which is clarified by the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune from behind, along with the whip from the Lenormand deck, which I don't know, I chose to represent as the coach whip, which is a snake, because I think they're really cool. But the whip represents conflict, debate, opposition, and arguments. And you've got the Emperor and the Wheel of Fortune from the backside. In your heart, I think there's conflict. I think there's something that wants to be controlling or controlled. I think that is giving you a heavy heart. I feel like you're not able to open up your heart chakra as much. Sometimes this energy is amazing, sometimes it's not. Coupled with this whip card of argumentation and opposition and conflict, I think this has allowed you to kind of go within your heart. You're not willing to open up to be vulnerable because there's too much. There was too much argument. The arguments and the fighting and the loud noises and the conflict and all of that, maybe from a person of authority in your relationship. This could be your father, this could be your boyfriend or husband. Roles reversed, this could be a very dominating female in your life. I think that has really closed you down. But what I see here is that it's the reverse part of the Wheel of Fortune card, which is fate changing. And it changes all the time. And sometimes it changes for the better, and sometimes it changes for the worse. But you got the backside of this card. And I take that as, that is the fucking magician. And he manifests what he needs to manifest in his life. And no matter what fate, I love this kind of the card. I love this card, this version. Whatever this is, I love. It's all about fuck fate. Whatever fate throws at your door, you are stepping over it and walking past it and giving it the bird as you leave. I think you either have an opportunity to step up to the plate and change your fate in regards to your heart chakra, or you have just done that and you're like, peace out. It's interesting. Throat chakra. You've got, oh, yeah. Yeah, you're standing up for yourself. You're speaking your truth. You're speaking your truth in regards to a commitment. Ooh, so you got the Ring card through the Lenormand, which is commitment, partnership, promise, contract. You've got the Seven of Wands from the forward position and Devil from the, the Death card from the backwards position. You can't get clearer of a message than that. That there's a relationship here that you have stood up to. You're standing up for yourself. Clear communication, standing up. You're voicing your opinion and what you need and what you want. And there's a death of that relationship. Or it could be the death of the way you interacted with that person in the past. It doesn't have to be the death of a relationship. Certainly doesn't have to be the death of a person. It could be the ending of a cycle of how you and this person have interacted together in the past. How you and this Emperor have interacted together in the past. You are changing your fate you're changing your fate by standing up for yourself, and you are allowing this connection in whatever form it is to die and move on to a new cycle, whether that's with somebody else, whether that's by yourself, whether that's with the same person, and a new beginning with that same person. It doesn't matter. It's going to be different for everybody. But I do see very clearly you have spoken your truth. Finally. Third eye, intuition. Let's see. Intuition, deepest wisdom. If you're in balance, it's seeing the clear seeing, psychic perception, accurate interpretation, and high imagination. When you're out of balance, it's deficient when you have poor memory, poor vision, unimaginative, and denial. Excessiveness is headaches, nightmares, delusions, difficulty concentrating. Okay, so for the third eye, you have victory, Six of Wands, from the, I guess it's the back. Yeah, it's the back side. And the Magician from the front, coupled with the bouquet, which straight up means pleasantness, flattery, etiquette. It's just all around pleasant, which is interesting because, you know, when you really look at the cards together, you know, this kind of stuff is like celebration, ring and bouquet is all kinds of celebration. And so with their third eye, you've got, so there's this level of intuition, and what's going on with that energy is that you've got a level of victory, but it's come at a price. Yeah. You've really worked through a lot of stuff, and in fact, isn't this crazy how, oh my God, I mean, it's the same guy. Here's your same little dude. Wheel of Fortune, Magician. Wow, that's really cool, and I think really, really rare that you have that lined up that way. I don't think that's very often. But I think this is the victory card in the backside, and I think it's kind of like victory at a price. Look at them, they're all blood splattered. And he's pretty pensive. He's just like, shit, okay, yeah. let me ride through these people. And I kind of also killed like 400 people, but you know, all right, it's victory. Yay. Let's go celebrate, drink some ale. Okay, so this is victory at a price, but you're manifesting, and then you get this like, okay, popping up, and it's like, it's like an etiquette. What? I could take that as polite manifestation. Let's politely manifest what we need from our third eye. I mean, what else? I don't know. But I do feel like your third eye chakra is, there's victory here. I think there's a little bit of war damage. It's like you're walking but with a limp from a past wound maybe. But your intuition is manifesting at least good things, I mean, in your life. And okay, moving on to the crown. You've got the Ace of Cups from behind with the Two of Wands from behind, and then the Rider from the Lenormand deck. And just saying, it's normally supposed to be a man on a horse, but I'm not your typical person, so I decided to do bird on an elephant. I love it. It makes me so happy. I love this card. It's my favorite card of the whole deck. Okay, whatever. Rider means communication, messages, speed, welcoming, that kind of thing. And communication of love, and emotions, and a new beginning of love. And you've manifested this. I mean, these two cards together, wow, yeah. You've manifested, and then you're waiting on your manifestation, and it'll take all night and you don't care. And I had another reading where I was like, yeah, you're gonna have your scotch and your cigar waiting on your back porch, waiting for it all to come in, because you know it's coming in. You know it is. Crown chakra is all about wisdom, knowledge, spiritual connection, consciousness. You know that this love, it could be love with another person, it could be love with spirit, but you know that this is coming in fast. So, wow, that's really cool. So let's look back and sum up everything. You've got, now if you look at it all together, you're going through the same patterns over and over again. And honestly, some of those patterns that you keep thinking are good are not. And other patterns or other things that might be happening that you've either ignored are actually better for you than what you've been doing. But Spirit wants to remind you that you're never alone, and that Spirit's with you, and that there's love here. And it's evidenced by you. It's like this whole journey. Even though this is like a chakra reading, it is truly a journey. And that's what I love about this whole chakra reading. I'm so excited because it truly is a journey. It's a journey from the earth and the roots and the heaviest parts of us as we ascend up to the the cosmos and to enlightenment. And whether that's all in one day, whether that's in a lifetime, it's a journey. And you're moving from your materialistic and more sexual, raw desires up through then the heart, and then the communication, and then up through the mind, and then up through the spirit. And it's such a cool progression and metaphor for how we travel through life. It gives me chills, actually. Like, wow, that's exactly what this is. It's a metaphor. Going through the chakras are the metaphor of going through enlightenment and going through understanding consciousness and becoming an awakened individual. And however that needs to be, it's going to be. It sounds like you're doing really good in your base, your root chakra. You're starting a new beginning in a healthy way in your sacral chakra. Your solar, as well as your self-esteem, it's a very new thing. It's like new, child, fool, new. Okay, so all of this, it's like you're stepping out into the beginnings of good self-esteem and good healthy sexual energy, and it's because you had to go through something with your heart chakra. And this emperor and this conflict really did a number on you. It really fucked your world up. But you are on the other side of it. You saw the fate of what was happening, and you decided to change it anyways. You decided to just move forward regardless of the fate that you were handed. You stood up for yourself. You spoke your truth in your throat chakra. You allowed for an ending in that relationship that was absolutely not right for you. It was abusive. And your third eye, that intuition, really, you're feeling that victory and manifesting good things in your life. And now, love is coming in. You've manifested it. You're now waiting for it. And love is coming in to very quickly. On your crown, associated with that crown chakra, crown chakra of self-realization. And whether that is with another person, or with spirits, or with yourself, or with your family, or whomever, you're starting a new beginning in love, in the way of a healthy way of self-respect and self-esteem, and healthy sexual desire, and healthy emotions, and expression of those emotions. So I don't know, this is interesting. I've never done this before, but I love it. I feel like let me know in the comments if you found it helpful, and I hope you have a good day, Taurus. Have a wonderful rest of the week. Love you guys.